Welcome to the New York Encounter. This year, the New York Encounter comes in your place since you cannot go to New York. And it comes wherever you live. Today, with Emmy, we are in Los Angeles. Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Eliza.
Great to have you with us. Can you introduce a bit yourself, what you do in life, what's your job?
Sure. So my name's Amy. I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm a teacher, and so I've been working on how to teach this year. We here in Los Angeles, because of COVID, we left school last year, March 16th, and we've been on distance learning ever since. So that's been the big adventure of this year is teaching during distance learning.
Wow, like since COVID, what has been like the biggest challenge?
So much about school is about building community, and schools are really, it's a space where people come together. And it was daunting to think about, well, what's that going to look like through Zoom? Also, because as we all are very familiar with by now, Zoom isn't always you get Zoom fatigue after a while. So that was the big challenge. And what's been a beautiful discovery is the need in the children to connect, the need in the teachers to connect, sort of just made it all possible.
So you spoke about the need of the children, like about being connected, the need of professors, teachers, about being connected. But how was it possible since we are all on Zoom? And as you said, it's very alienating and it's very difficult to be all day on Zoom. So what did happen with the children during this time?
So I think it was really a process of working with the teachers and collaborating with each other, and you kind of start from, I think you start from two things. I think you start from the desire that you would have, like what you miss if you could be in class together, and then try to come up with creative ways to keep whatever that is and make it happen over Zoom.
Can you tell us a few creative ways?
So, well, for example, one of the things that when the students are together, if you're sitting in the classroom, it's a simple thing, but when the kids walk into the classroom, they're chatting with each other, they're talking to each other. There's a few minutes before the bell rings when they settle down. On Zoom, that's very hard to do. So, for example, in one of my classes with some older students, it's a simple thing, but I have a question or some, maybe if it's a more profound question, maybe it's just how are you doing today? Maybe it's a silly question, and I can put them into breakout rooms for a few minutes at the beginning of class to give them that opportunity just to chat with each other. And the feedback they've given me is like, they really, really like it. Recess is another one at the elementary school level. Recess is so important in school, and you're not able to do recess exactly, but what our teachers have been doing is, like, during lunchtime they have optional games. So like at the 8th graders at our school love to play Pictionary with the teachers. So it's optional, it's if they want to, but they can while they're eating lunch, get together and play games together, because there's a need. So I was saying before, you think we start from two places. What would be happening if we were all on a campus? That's beautiful, that you want to keep. That's essential, that you want to keep. And then the other thing is, like, well, what's the desire that you have? What are you missing? What are you longing for?
What's beautiful that you are telling us is really like that a new way of spending time together is happening just because people, professors, teachers, stay in front of their own desires and of the desire of children.
Yeah, I teach a class of fifth graders. And one of the things that's super beautiful about fifth graders is they're hilarious. They're very silly. And, when we first started distance learning, back at the beginning of the school year, a thing I missed and a thing I love to do with the fifth graders is laugh. So I started proposing these moments of joy. They're very silly, but it's often like a silly video or something. We watched one last week that was all about goats. Goats are hilarious. When they bleat, it makes a really funny sound. And they love it. So and in fact, as I think we were in like the 4th or 5th week of school, and I forgot one week, and the children they reminded me. They're like, "Where's our moment of joy?" And then they started sending me suggestions.
Oh my goodness.
It's been fantastic. I've learned about an axolotl, which is an aquatic animal from South America. They're starting to participate in these moments of joy, and it's become something that's really ours. And it's like a minute and a half, and it's like at the end of class. But they really look forward to it. They really, really look forward to it. And it's been a way to sort of keep what I love about teaching fifth graders, which is that the joy, the discovery, the laughter, the silliness, there's a sense of connection and belonging. And if I forget, they remind me. So it's really great.
Yeah, it's beautiful that they come having in mind they want to be happy.
It's a thing that I want to keep when we're back in the classroom is protecting the time and the space for those moments where we can delight in each other. And then it's also wonderful to see, because we delight in each other, because we built this community, they pay way more attention to the lesson on context clues. Like they really put all their hearts into the lesson on the context clues because we belong to each other.
Yeah, sometimes we take them for granted. We think that our only task is to stick to the plan, stick to the program, finish it, complete it. While in these moments we realize how much we need of our humanity, our connections, our community.
Well, one of my colleagues shared with me this week, she has the fifth graders for the community time class, and they're writing letters to their parents this week. And she shared with me an excerpt from one of the new students who said she's starting to love Mondays because on Mondays she has my class, and she really looks forward to the moments of joy. And so they're starting to make her like Mondays. So that was funny to read. That was nice. The other thing I want to say, Eliza, is on the one hand, these things don't happen by accident. We're doing a lot of planning and work to try to build some kind of educational proposal that's human and good for the kids. So there's a lot of work and thought that goes into it. But on the other hand, I would also say I'm learning and appreciating the value of being in the now with the students, because like that example I gave of like the moment of joy, and if I forget, they ask. Paying attention and staying in the moment. It's hard on Zoom. Again, I was with the older students, we were taking notes, and I'm having to tell them, so I can't, normally if we were in class, I would see if you look confused or are you still writing? Do I need to slow down? Do I need to speed up? So you have to tell me in the chat. But this is, the fact that it's hard is also calling my attention to it. I have to pay attention to them. I have to pay attention to each little square. And there's something great in remembering to do that. It's helping me remember to be in the now with them.
Sometimes it's difficult for me to stay in the now. So it might, in Zoom, it's very difficult. So I might have a call and I might do 10 other things what does help you stay in front of what's happening now?
I mean, I've been thinking about that a lot. We're going to have been a year on distance learning. I'm longing for the time when we can just be in the classroom together. But even that longing for that time when we can be together gives me an urgency in front of what we're doing. And I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up on, I don't want to settle for like, well, it's hard. Oh, we can't do it. So, you know, I pay attention to that. So it's why I say to the older students, if we were in class, I would be able to see you. I can't see you. So I need you to communicate with me. I need you to let me know. Let's use the chat. We can use the chat, or you can use the reaction emojis if we need to. Find some way to connect with me and let me know how we're going. And by the way, children are great for this because it doesn't occur to them to give up. So they will find ways. So they're a huge help. Like being with them is a huge, huge help.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. Even like this conversation with you is a huge help to remember us like the importance of this here and now, this not giving up, this humanity that we should stay in front of, and we stay in front of. And this leads us to a creative way, to have fun in class, and it helps, like all this situation helps us understand the importance of this personal connection, even in class, even with the students, where our task is being with them, not only like teaching and ending our plan on our program. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Be with you today, Elisa. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.